Here we are, we're starting another one by leaving camp.
Yeah, I think it's the fastest time record that we've ever packed away. It's so hot. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's still in the mid-30s already, and it's not even 9 o'clock. But we're all packed up. Had a beautiful shower, made all the fires out, and just sort of cleaned everything up. Left it how we found it. But today, I think we're heading towards Emerald, aren't we?
Yeah, gonna go have a swim.
Yeah.
Jack doesn't know that yet, but that's what I have planned.
Go find the Emerald pool.
Yeah.
And then go from there. But we'll crack on, get into this. Well, we've made it here to Emerald, and we've got to do some shopping first. We've done a little bit with Woolies. Got ourselves the special.
Got you.
You got me. Some specials, but then we'll do a bit more shopping here, and then we'll head over to the information centre, check out the information centre, and then probably go to the pool.
Yeah.
Go from there, check out whatever we can in Emerald, and I don't know where we're staying tonight.
Just outside,
yeah.
Probably.
Another free camp, hopefully. We'll go from there. We'll get this boring stuff done, and then we'll see you over at the information centre. Well, we're here at the Emerald Information Centre, and we're already ducked in there, grabbed what we need to grab, but it's a bloody beautiful little information centre. Toilets, a little bit of history up there, which we'll go for a walk around in a minute. And plenty of information for what we need for Fraser. So we're loaded up on Fraser oil and gear. But a good little spot here, really nicely kept. And check out this little sculpture they got out the front here. It's really well done. It's really cool, huh? But we'll check out up there the Emerald Pioneer Cottages, and then we'll get cracking. We've got a couple of things we want to see around here. So I think the first stop after seeing them is going to be have a swim. So it looks like they're all locked up and we can't get into them, but we can still walk around them, which is good enough. So a really nicely kept little information centre and history. Beautiful big parks as well. Looks like they've got a walk path as well. The Emerald Shire Council Centenary of Federation Mosaic Pathway, 100 years, 100 metres Central Highlands Story Project. It was opened April 2001, and the mosaics were designed by Maxine Wild and Daryl Black. So we'll check a couple of them out. But it goes all the way around there. I should probably do the whole loop. That's that big picture there. But they've got plaques on each of the stones, or rocks. Which is pretty interesting. So it's a really good walk, this one. It tells the story the whole way along. You've got the early days, you've got the settlement, you've got the post-war, the mining, It's a really interesting little history walk. And then it finishes here with, is that a easel, I think they're called? With a beautiful picture on it. So a really good walk and a really beautiful park. Really well kept. So a big credit there to the Emerald Information Centre. This is the bloody good spot, this one. Really good spot. So this is the Emerald Giant Van Gogh sunflower painting, the largest painting in the world on an easel. I guess that is his name right there. Van Gogh, Van Gogh. But it is pretty giant. It's bloody huge. I'll give it that, it's bloody huge. But we'll crack on out of here, go and have a swim because it's bloody hot. It's not even 10 o'clock now, it's I think 37 or 38 degrees I saw on the car. Sosha's already made a run for it, she's back in the aircon. But Emerald Information Centre, thumbs up, it's a good spot. So we've made it here to the Emerald Pool, which I'm not too sure how much it's going to cost to get in. Do you know how much it is?
Does it say anything?
No, there's not that much information. There's nothing even on Wiki Camps, but big pool, and it looks like there's a couple of slides in there, which hopefully they're going, because I want to see Sosh go down them. But we'll get in there. We'll let you know how much it costs. Oh, what are you going to go?
Where are you going to go?
So far the slides up there, they're not open for some reason. I think you were saying because
They haven't got the staff.
they haven't got the staff. But it doesn't matter, it's 37 degrees and we're nice and cool in the pool, so we're happy with that. But we're giving this sunscreen a try out. G'day sunscreen. They sent a couple of bottles over to us, so we're giving it a try, and it's pretty thick. Zinc sunscreen, so it's going to be thick. But Australian made, Australian owned, and Great Barrier Reef safe and vegan if you want to eat it. I don't know, I don't really want to eat the sunscreen, but it is what it is. And apparently it doesn't hurt your eyes as well, so I'll give that a try. But cheers, G'day sunscreen for sending that out. What do you reckon? Good?
Yeah, happy.
Happy because we're cool. Flounder around here for another half an hour and then we'll go check out the maze.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So I'll give them credit here. Emerald, they've got a pool inside, pool outside, another little kids pool inside there, and you're saying they got something underground?
Yeah, like a spa pool or something. Yeah.
Spa pool underground, and the water slides, which they're not open, but it's what it is. Anyway, enjoy this for another half and get cracking. So we've come about 10 minutes out of Emerald to a little spot called Lake Marraboon in Fairbairn Dam, which is a dam just over here. And this is Lake Marraboon, which is at 29% capacity, I think I saw somewhere. And got plenty of red claws in it, rumour is. But we've only just come out here to have a little look around, see what we can see. But a good little spot. I have to try and find some information out. There's not really that much information. There's a nice little park here, barbecues, tables, and a caravan park, I believe, just over the hill, which we might be able to get to. We'll see how we go. But what's this say here? Irrigation and water supply. On 26th of October 1968. So we'll have to have a look at that. We'll see if we can find any more information if that's when it was built. But a pretty cool little spot. If we walk over here, you can see how much water they've got running through it. But a beautiful little viewing platform. You can see right out in the distance out there. There was a little tinny getting around just before. So it seems like the only real information they've got is that plaque back there and a couple of plaques here. This one's the 22nd of May 1972. And that's to commemorate the initial storage in and release of water from Fairbairn Dam. 1969 to 1972. So let's see if we can find any more information out about that, when it was opened. We'll see what we can find. But a beautiful park. Bins, tables, loads of room. And that view. So what we've managed to find out is the building was commenced in 1968 of the dam wall and completed in 1972. But for some reason I haven't really got that much information here about the dam. It's a bit weird, but we found everything really online. But how good is it? So close to Emerald as well, not even 10 minutes away, and people everywhere. You've got boats out there, you've got skiers, and the caravan park just up there, which I think was $35 a night, I believe that was, but I'll leave it below if it is. But what a bloody spot. It's a beautiful spot. Just a bit hot, isn't it?
So hot. It feels hotter than actual Emerald.
It's 42 degrees, I saw on the thing.
My legs are on fire.
And it's been stocked as well, all sorts of different fish. Loads of red claw as well. I've had a couple of people tell me there's loads of red claw in here. There's red claw signs everywhere, so if we were staying a couple of nights, I'd tuck the red claw pot in, but unfortunately we're not. And there's no camping here as well, which I don't know why they do no camping at these places like this and Lake Dalrymple. I mean, if it gets people here and doing stuff, in my opinion it should be camping. You're allowed to camp, but it's what it is. So seeing a place like this got me thinking about Lake Dalrymple and Botanic Falls Dam. Yeah, I was sort of wondering out there why not many people go out there. When you got places like this, which are so close to Emerald, closer to the coast than Lake Dalrymple is, you're gonna come to this place, aren't you? I mean, you gotta pay camping fees out there and you gotta pay camping fees here. So you may as well come to the one that's closer. They're pretty much the same. And I believe this one is stocked with more fish as well. So I do sort of see why Lake Dalrymple sort of turned to the way it has. It's a bit of a shame, but this one's just closer to everything. Anyway, that's enough dribble. We'll head off from here, head back into town. There's another couple of things we want to see before we get out of town, and we're sort of pretty keen on staying in the aircon because it's 42 degrees. This heat wave's doing us in. So we've just pulled up to our last little stop, which is the Botanic Gardens here in Emerald. But I just thought I'd share this with you. Is we got diesel, simply because we saw, excuse the truck up there, we did see a little service station that wasn't marked on the fuel app. I think it's fuel app, whatever it is, but $149.9 cents a litre. So we've essentially filled everything up. We weren't completely on empty, but we filled everything up just because we haven't seen fuel that cheap for a while now. The cheapest we've seen is $1.60, $1.63 I think we saw, which is around here. So we filled everything up. Yeah, I don't know, it's just weird it's not on the fuel app. But I mean, if we can find a couple of those places like that that are that cheap in February, I'll be over the moon, because that'll make February just that little bit easier for us. And yeah, just a little bit cheaper as well, a bit more we can spend on food. So we're still chasing just ways to live cheaply on the road for our February challenge. We've narrowed it down. We're going to do $1,000, and touch wood, hopefully we'll be able to do that. We're sort of thinking half of that's going to be going towards fuel, see how we go, and free camping as much as we can, pretty much all of February, hopefully. But let's have a look here at the Botanic Gardens in Emerald here, and there is a stay here, a free camp, 20-hour free camp right in the middle of town in the Botanic Gardens and right next to a little creek. We're not going to stay here, I don't think. I think we're going to keep trying to head towards the coast, but we're just going to check it out. Wow, this is pretty cool. You haven't got enough weight. No. So it looks like we've found the maze. Doesn't look that big, but it's good enough for us. So by the looks of it, so far, it's pretty overgrown. And there seems to be only the one way. We haven't really split up yet. Well, so it turns out the maze is not that crash hot. It's well, it's all sort of overrun, and it's really just, I guess, a one-way street. It is what it is. We'll keep on walking around here, the gardens. It's a beautiful little walk. We've come from that way, the bluegrass downs and the basalt lands. But we'll head back this way because it looks like it's on the other side of the river. It's a lot more cleaned up, maintained. So it just goes to show how big this Botanic Gardens is. This is where we are here. Cross the bridge and walk down to the maze. We've only really seen that little section. So this is an absolutely enormous Botanic Gardens. It's huge. I mean, we started over here. We walked across the river there and made it to the maze, and then walked back around down here, back up to there. We're now over here, and we haven't even seen half of it. It's a huge Botanic Gardens. There's a 5-kilometre run through the Botanic Gardens. I definitely won't be running through it. I doubt I'll finish the 5 kilometres. So we're just going to keep walking until we get back to the car, I guess. So everything's marked along the way here as well. Each plant's got their own little sign, and it's all lit up with solar lights. Taps everywhere for drinking water. It's a bloody good park, a huge park. that is a big windmill. Marathon Mill. It's huge, that thing. And I think I am borderline lost here at the moment. I mean, there's butterflies flying around everywhere. This is incredible, this rainforest circuit. So I think I'm going to give Soch a ring because the windmill's back that way, big windmill, and there's a car park there. I'll get her to drive around there. I'm hoping I can complete this by the time she gets there. Because I'm clueless to where she is at the moment. Somewhere in that general direction. They stink, these bats. They stink. There she is. I'll have to get a photo of the car actually in front of that because that'd be a bloody good picture for YouTube. Maybe in front of it. But a good little spot, this one, definitely good. Here she is, the saviour.
Always.
It's a really good park, that one. Not as good as Cooktown, I was saying. But so much bigger than Cooktown, it's on another level. And I reckon Botanic Gardens are really sort of underrated things when you're travelling.
I love Cooktown as well.
Yeah, that was very compact, that one. But yeah, I reckon they're really underrated. We don't really stop it as much as we should and as many times as we should at them. But they're really well done. Spread out, and it's a lot cooler as well, walking around in them than standing out in the heat. But we'll get out of here. That's Emerald done, isn't it? We'll go find a free camp. Hopefully put a fire on. Hopefully it's going to cool down a bit. Still 41 degrees. And chance of a thunderstorm, isn't there?
Yeah. It needs to rain.
Yeah, I reckon it does. Righto, let's hit the road. Well, this is going to do us. We're about 30 k's east of Emerald, and well, it's a gravel pit, no other way of saying it, but beautiful views if you get rid of the gravel there and there. Beautiful views of that mountain range over there. But we well, we may as well get it all popped up. We've chosen this little spot because it's under a tree for now. You can sit out there, have a beer in the shade. It's still, I think it's only dropped to 36 and it's 6 o'clock now. But we've got it facing this way as well because the sun's going to rise that direction, and we want to try and keep it on this end of the van away from the bed, which is up that end, because we didn't do that yesterday or this morning and it was bloody hot. The sun was beating straight in, just straight through those curtains, straight onto the bed, which was a bit of a pain. So hopefully it's going to be all right. We'll get a little bit in the morning on the door. We'll see how we go. We'll let you know how we go. We'll get all this popped up. Well, I think that's going to do us for today. We've got some beautiful rissoles on the fire here. So you're doing a nice salad, are you? Yeah. But yeah, that's going to do us. Free camping with a fire. Can't get much better than that. And watching all these sort of storms go on all around us. Bloody magic night. So we're just standing here admiring that sunset there and talking between us, but both of us were saying we enjoy this sort of free camping, gravel pit camping a lot more than caravan parks, don't we? Yeah. Caravan parks and, well, busier, I wouldn't say free camps, but close to free camps. But you look at places like this, they don't look that special at all. But then you turn around and you've got that. Well, mind that, just try and keep that out of the way. But it's absolutely stunning. We're the only ones here. Just a special spot. And we find it's getting harder and harder
to find them.
Yeah, to find them over east. Well, it's getting busier and busier, but it's just over in WA and Northern Territory, it's a lot more easier to find spots like this, and you just can't beat these spots. Absolutely incredible. And well, it's about 9:30 and gale force winds. This storm's coming in hard. I don't know if you can see that or hear me, but we're gonna have to pack up, or not pack up, I just dropped all the legs. We're gonna move forward a bit because we've parked under this tree. I don't know if you can see that, but with all this wind, we're a bit scared if something falls off that tree onto the van, it'll be the end of it. So we're going to move forward another 10-15 metres just out from under this tree and sort of brave the storm. Which is going to be a wet, windy, loud night, I think. Loud lightning and bright lightning. Loud thunder, bright lightning. I think I got that right. Let's move this forwards. So I think we're in. I think we've made it.
Oh my! I'm really scared.
So I think it's going to be a wet, wild, loud night. But we managed to get it moved. I'd like to say we're tucked behind a little pile of gravel, but I'm not too sure. We're out from under the tree, so we'll see how we go, I guess. But we've gone from one extreme again, back to the other.
You're freezing now.
So a wet and wild night. Well, it was only lasted an hour or so, didn't it? 2 hours.
I think I fell asleep in the end.
Yeah, but it was pretty out of control. Lots of lightning, lots of thunder, and really close. And the only sort of damage we did get was a little wet step at the front there. So it went pretty good actually. It was a bit rough in there, shaking around, wasn't it? But no, it did all right, a lot better than we thought. And probably could have stayed up there. There's no damage to that tree, but better to be safe than sorry. But we're going to pack up and head towards Rockhampton, aren't we? Just because it's too hot. Way too hot out here. It's still be 30 odd degrees already.
I'm moaning a lot.
Yeah, she is. She can't handle the heat. But I guess we'll pack up, get out of here. We've already had a nice cold shower. Pretty good.
Sweating already.
Yeah.
But it was amazing.
Instantly sweating. Righto, let's get this packed up and hit the road. So this was our little spot, and we probably would have been all right. But it is what it is. We moved. Felt a little bit safer.
Did we?
Or did you?
No.
How did you go?
I was scared. That thunder. I've never heard thunder like that in my life, honestly.
It was a bit out of control. It was good to watch though. We had all the curtains open. We just sat there and sort of huddled in the corner, didn't we?
I made a little prayer.
But beautiful to watch the lightning go past, and then the thunder was shaking the little van and the wind. But I don't know how much protection we had from that little, I guess, gravel section. But we made it through, so happy days. We're going to hit the road. We're going to get out of here, head towards Rockhampton. It's 9 o'clock, just after 9. 36 degrees. How do you feel about that?
Sweating.
So we're calling it for this little inland trip. We're heading back to the coast. Hopefully it's a bit cooler there.
I think it gets cooler at night and in the morning. That's the main thing.
Yeah. As long as it's a little bit cooler. But we'll try and plan a bit while we're in there as well. So we'll get in there. That's probably going to do us for this video. Bit of a wild one for us.
Yes.
But thanks for watching. And we'll see you on the next one once we know what we're doing heading out of Rockhampton.
Yep.
Cheers. No more of that in February.
No.
We'll be on a strict, cheap diet.
No.
Just bloody tiring, getting lost, walking around.